Hey everyone, it's Sean. It's Sunday, so that means it's time for story time. Doing something a little bit different this week. Normally I have an animal I can take out and show you and explain some things. But I realized I've been kind of skipping out on fish, and I don't know a whole lot about fish, but I just got a quick education from some of the awesome people here at Bruce, because this is totally their realm and their expertise. So behind me, we have what we can consider like a jungle style aquatic tank. There are betas in here, there are plecos in here, there's these little guys called endburs. So basically this tank is kind of a mix of fish from Asia and also some from South America. And the reason that they can go in the tank together is they have very similar water conditions along with very similar temperatures and the type of aquatic plants that are in here. This whole tank is what we would call a bioactive system. So there's live plants in here, and those plants eat up all the waste from the fish, and that then helps them grow. And in return, the plants are helping to keep the water clean. There are filters and stuff under here to help out as well, but this tank really kind of functions as it would in the wild. There's fresh water that gets circulated through it, there's currents that get put in it, and then of course the biofiltration and the filtration that we make on it. So this whole tank is really cool, showing out how all these different fish can live together and how you can make a very, very cool looking natural system at home. Now, one of my favorite things is there's a bunch of betas all here. You can see them kind of swimming around me the whole way. They call a group of betas a sorority because almost all of them in here are females. The females actually get along very, very well, but you can't put a bunch of males together. If you put males together, they're not going to get along very well. The other cool thing is almost every single type of fish has to be underwater in order to breathe. The water passes over their gills and it extracts the oxygen out of it, and then that's how they get the oxygen for their bodies. But betas can actually go up to the surface. So you can see some of them are going up there and they're actually gulping air from the surface of the water and then coming back down. But they can also breathe underwater as well. They have a specific type of organ called a labyrinth organ that allows them to be able to go up to the surface to drink air. So it's really cool. We always think of fish as just being able to be only underwater, but these guys can come up and gulp from the surface too. Now the other reason I'm kind of showing this tank is fish are very, very relaxing. You see the plants kind of slowly wave back and forth. The fish are taking their time, kind of going everywhere. It really creates a nice, relaxing atmosphere. So with all that said and done, I am going to read you What Do You Do With an Idea, written by Kobi Yamada. And Poncho's over there making some noise. I think he wants story time next. One day I had an idea. Where did it come from? Why is it here? I wondered. What do you do with an idea? I almost forgot to show you the pictures this week. At first I didn't think much of it. It seemed kind of strange and fragile. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just walked away from it. I acted like it didn't belong to me. But it followed me. I worried what others would think. What would people say about my idea? I kept it to myself. I hid it away and didn't think about it. I tried to act like everything was the same as it was before my idea showed up. But there was something magical about my idea. I had to admit, I felt better and happier when it was around. It wanted food, it wanted to play. Actually, it wanted a lot of attention. It grew bigger, and we became friends. I showed it to other people even though I was afraid of what they would say. I was afraid that if people saw it, they would laugh at it. I was afraid they would think it was silly. And many of them did. They said it was no good. They said it was too weird. They said it was a waste of time and it would never become anything. And at first I believed them. I actually thought about giving up on my idea. I almost listened to them. But then I realized, what do they really know? This is my idea, I thought. No one knows it like I do, and it's okay if it's different and weird and maybe a little crazy. I decided to protect it, to care for it. I fed it good food, I worked with it, I played with it, but most of all, I gave it my attention. My idea grew and grew, and so did my love for it. I built it a new house, one with an open roof where it could look up at the stars, a place where it could be safe to dream. I liked being with my idea. It made me feel more alive, like I could do anything. It encouraged me to think big, and then think bigger. It shared its secrets with me. It showed me how to walk on my hands, because, it said, it is good to have the ability to see things differently. I couldn't imagine my life without it. Then one day, something amazing happened. My idea changed right before my very eyes. It spread its wings, took flight, and burst into the sky. I didn't know how to describe it, but it went from being here to being everywhere. It wasn't just part of me anymore. It was now a part of everything. And then I realized what you do with an idea. You change the world. That's the end. That is an amazing book. And the reason it's amazing is because sometimes people tell you your ideas are kind of weird, or they may think the way you're talking about something or acting about something is weird and it's not normal. But you have to remember, there isn't really a normal. It's just a frame of mind. So, although some people may think you're weird because you dress a certain way, or you look a certain way, or you have big holes in your ears, or you like certain types of music, or you really, really love animals, that idea isn't weird, it's just different to them. And sometimes different scares people, but different is okay. And if you have these big ideas, and you have an idea about what you think things should be, then you should really seek that out. So always explore your big ideas and then try to make them become reality, because your big ideas could end up changing the world. Have a good night.